Welcome. We're going to get started, and people are still coming in. There's a sign out there. Stand up. Okay. So, welcome to our neighborhood.
One right here.
Sure, you all can hear me. So, welcome to our neighborhood meeting. Dawson neighborhood meeting. There are two signages up front. So, we new folks who are new members of the Dawson neighborhood plan contact team will want you to please sign on one sheet. And then if you're already a plan contact team member, you can sign in on the other sheet. So please do sign in. And so welcome here, we're going to have our first meeting that will take place from now to 7:30. And then the neighborhood contact plan meeting starts shortly after we adjourn. So what we're going to do is I'll have our board.
Yes. I'm Dave McMillan. I'm the secretary and newsletter editor of 2015. And Steve G is our vice president, and he's not here yet tonight. He's an owner of Protocol, and he's been active for quite some time. And Myra Smith is our secretary.
So again, welcome. What we're going to do is dive right into our newsletter, the agenda in the newsletter. And first we're going to have the approval of the minutes. And if you all know the newsletter, you can do that, please. If you all can count.
To make a motion that we accept the minutes as written.
Is there a second? Second. Okay. Seconded? Okay, got it. Ma'am, what's your name, please? Please, Caesar.
Am I up here to see you, Mr. Burgess? You are, yes.
But in this case, it's DNA. On the back of that. Great. All in favor of the minutes as written? Shows that our minutes stay, our minutes are on the board as written. The next item on our agenda is a new business. We have a guest speaker with Habitat for Humanity, and I have Kelly Weiss. She's the president and the CEO, but it's just her. We have Greg Anderson is going to be speaking with us from Habitat for Humanity, and I've asked him to please tell us what all they're doing and what they're bringing to our neighborhood, and he's going to go and answer questions that we have. So Greg, just come up here and speak to us.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I'm not telling you this much better than I am. So Greg Anderson, Director of Operations of Habitat. Can you do me a favor and raise your hand if the old Chuck E. Cheese is South First and White's favorite building in the world? With one of mine now, so we're going to great things. We closed the property recently. We just brought on our contractor and signed a contract with them yesterday. We met on Sunday. We're really excited. And so they're already taking the roof down right now. We had an interesting time this weekend. Someone came and relieved us of $2,000 worth of fencing. But okay, so we got a new roof in. And we're going to like
all that fencing.
We're great neighbors all around us. It's a great neighborhood. So I don't have a business card yet, but I'm going to give all my contact information to Myron. So right now we're also in District 3. We're across the way on the other side of I-35. We're in Holly and in East of Chavez neighborhood right now. And we have our restore, we have our management office, we have our construction office, and they're all in different facilities. So we're going to bring all under one roof. It's 53,000 square feet of space over here. And we love the space. You know, it's really interesting. There were a lot of developers trying to build 4- and 5-story buildings there, but the city kept saying, well, you need to start your property building from here. And they're like, this is still, we need to start from here. And the property's always been a dispute. So it's really great for us as a nonprofit to move in and find pretty good walls and tilt walls all in really good shape. So we're going to salvage all that and hopefully be in and open by August with our new restore. So we're excited. So if y'all have any questions, let me know now before I get my info through Myron.
Thank you for choosing us, Dawson neighborhood.
Yeah, no, Dawson. Yeah.
Do it that extra, make it a little nicer.
Yeah, we never. Right. Yeah, so he asked, are we going to fix up the exterior? Definitely. I mean, I remember when Chuck E. Cheese was there, it kind of looked good at this wall, and it was all the way back. So, yeah.
It looks good.
Maybe never looked good. We're going to punch a lot of windows in there, so we're going to have a lot of glass on the south side, we're going to have a lot of glass on the west side, and then we're going to have lighting and security cameras, like it says. Yeah.
I don't remember the answer. Can you enter the parking lot from both sides? Or just on the first?
We enter the parking lot on both sides. I think, yes, we have a curb cut on the access road, and then we have a curb cut on South First, and I believe there's also a curb cut on the north.
I always turn into it, turn faster, instead of going all the way to the street.
It's one way just beyond that insurance business, of course, block right there, and then beyond that, it becomes one way as you're heading east. So there won't be a way for folks to get to the store and enter that way from, or any of the habitat, by entering, trying to get to it from on the back side of the Portland Route. So that's, I guess, others will be using that for the main. So the main entrance and exit will be in the Ben White or in the Forest, which is y'all's main?
We're keeping the existing curb cuts.
Just leaving that, just coming in that, okay.
Right.
Ben White and Forest.
And our traffic count's low enough to do that.
Right, okay.
Will you be asking for volunteers?
Definitely. We love volunteers, yeah, and of course donations as well. Our biggest worry right now is that we're going to open the doors and just sell out. So, yeah, spring cleaning, bring it by, drop off your donations, we'll be happy to put them back to use.
So you all use that entire, that school is going to be very nice.
Right.
Because it has not been utilized in between the two, whatever you're going to that space.
Right.
So I don't know where the last time it was grocery store.
So it opened in 1959 as a program. Yeah, it was a program a long time ago. And of course, at that time, the parking lot went out hundreds and hundreds.
Yeah, that was in line.
And then TxDOT ate in most of it right away and made all that service for it.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, I know you're half pastry communities, mostly into residential construction. I'm just curious whether you're going to be finishing all that out yourself or you're going to be hiring that.
So we did bring on engine, ENG, and they're going to be our contractors. We're going to do a lot of stuff in-house. We're doing the millwork, we're going to pull out the wires, we're doing all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, we're just going to hand run with it.
Sure. Just wondering.
Yeah. Pretty much. All right. Yeah.
Are you hiring people or still volunteers?
There are going to be a couple hires that we're going to start looking for in about 4 months for the store.
So you go in there and
There's going to be a mixture of volunteer staff and a couple of full-time staff. Right.
so will you post like job search places or
Not sure how we're going to post it. Yeah, I guess I can
So,
share with you.
there's people on our next meeting is in April, and Greg's going to try to attend our meetings. I'm going to auction, so, getting that way. Plus, as a business owner, being here in the neighborhood, you need to know what's going on, you share with us, there's times I'm here when I'm talking about the store, I'm going to come to sponsor our business. Something that's possible down. So,
We'll definitely work together.
we're glad we're very, very excited that you guys are going to be coming here. I love this. We're in a house that's really nice and good, so we also have a lot of old people that we need to go and try to find.
Right.
So that's great. We're very excited. She's up.
If anyone's tearing down the house, let us know. We can go in and we can take out a lot of pictures and read those as well.
We'll give them a call when you win the lottery.
Thank you. They probably wouldn't want anything like that. Everything's broken.
There's wiring and metal piping, glass windows.
Most of them broke.
Take the items that you want.
Normally,
Volunteer to give you these things.
to let you know exactly how we do that. Normally, they'll demo they'll bring us a lot of stuff.
Wow.
We can also send it a road.
That's great. That's enough. Okay.
All right, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The next speaker on our agenda is Danielle Bertoni.
initiative, which is the large planning document. Yeah, so the objectives of my presentation to you guys is to let you know why you're working with the community health planner, what the community health planner is, the priority areas for it, and how you can stay engaged. Right. So the mission of the community health plan is our community, individuals and organizations working together to create a healthy and sustainable Austin Travis County. Really what we're doing in this community health plan is our community health assessment, really look at neighborhoods and have focus groups and community forums, informed interviews, and we really just ask the community for their voice and what was really going on with their main health issues. And once we gathered all that information, we created a planning document on how to address these health issues. So from the previous community health assessment, as we call it the CHOP, we came up with 4 health priority areas: where chronic disease, built environment, access to healthy foods, built environment focus on transportation, and then primary care. It's really what's important is that we're going to continue to have community health forums, the Department 1 in April 8th. And I have a sign-in sheet. You guys can sign up and send you an email invite for the event. And we're going to have another health assessment coming up after that next year, I believe. But really, this is the only time for the community to actively play a role with the health planning aspect. So since it's not really cool with the health farmers comes to your community and goes, what's wrong with it, and here's what we're going to do, you really need to know, you can have your voice to see what you want, like what services we better provide. So stay engaged by coming to our next forum in April. It's going to be at City Hall at 7 o'clock.
Which hall? Excuse me.
It's going to be at City Hall.
So you should say more about who you are and get to know more about their role.
Okay.
See the real issue.
Yeah.
Well,
I essentially have an internship with the city of Austin. It's Austin Travis County through AmeriCorps. It's a federal program. And we're having a community forum I'd like to come up to in April 7th. So, yeah.
Sorry, you said 8th earlier.
Yeah, it's
They say that the 7th is tentatively scheduled, but I'll pass around a sign-in sheet and I'll email you the invite. And then we're going to have a community health assessment next year. And I'll send it all to you and engage with that too, if you're interested. I also have books somewhere around here. They're on that table. And they have the entire previous assessment and the plan and what's been going on with it, if you're interested.
so when you say community, Austin community, or Travis County, tell me out.
Our health department,
All of them have different.
the health department is Austin Travis County.
Okay.
So it includes all the cities in Travis County.
Oh.
We're reaching out all over Travis County.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how the health department in Austin is set up.
Okay.
Yeah. So that every different community and talk to a bunch of neighborhood associations.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can all stay involved. We just have one.
I got you. That's one area that's.
Yeah.
Being looked at in Austin, that's being other
We
areas.
want to see it as diverse and inclusive with the whole city and the whole county. So that's why you guys are all really important to this.
Okay.
So what is going to actually happen at the forum? At the next forum coming up, we're going to give a lot of updates on what's been going on for this past year. This is our community 2 years. So what we accomplished previously, and then there's also the opportunity to see that on what
Does this have another track to say when
It's a cool event, so after the improvement plan is completed, you do another community health assessment, which is going to happen next year. And then after the assessment, the assessment takes about 1 year. Once that's completed, you do another plan, which is 3 to 5 years, and then you do an assessment another time. It goes on forever. Yeah.
More questions?
This is your pastor, Dawson Elementary. And then this is Tafar, one of our lovely representatives from the Dawson Service Club, and she's going to read just a little blurb about what it is that we do.
Hi, I am part of Dawson Elementary Early and First Night Service Club. Our service club works on different projects around the village and our school, our community, and the world. This year we have helped to create a no place for hate in our school. We also work with some community partners like to do a community project with recycle tea and build community gardens in our school. We're happy to be a part of this community and we look forward to doing some super summer with you.
March the 13th, Friday, that's our outdoor tag day. We would like to invite any of y'all who would like to come. We're going to be working on the mural that she was mentioning, that's part of our project for the No Place for Hate initiative. So if anyone would like to come and paint with us, we've already got it outlined. We just need a lot of help with that. That's going to be March 13th. That whole day?
Yeah.
Up to all every school day. You'll keep it tight.
And one more thing about that lady, the principal's here, go ahead and take that. Also on a day, we had, in the fall, we had done a stuff out with Dawson on our field, and we thought it didn't come through doing the aerial photos, so we're going to redo that again on that day in the morning, either at 9 or 8, so I'll get you guys the time. But we'd love for anybody in the Dawson neighborhood to join us. Basically, we're going to spell out Dawson and get an aerial photo and put that on lots of different things. Other thing I'd like to let you know is that this year they're moving our pre-K registration to April of this year, so that'll probably be around the next time of our meeting. And so I'm probably going to ask to put another little blurb in the newsletter, but we are looking to expand our pre-K not just for 4-year-olds, but also for 3-year-olds at Dawson. And so just you can spread the word to people in the neighborhood about that as well. So thank you. Thank you.
Does the service club have anything to do with the first night program?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And do you have projects already organized for that, the first night?
Yes, but we have, we recognize these every month, but we also have like a mural that we were talking about. The two projects that we just mentioned are some of the projects that we are inviting.
And we are going to join the park cleanup that's happening. The park cleanup. Right.
We're going to do a national project around the park. Last year we did a local project with a flood victim. And so we just came back and this month and I said that we do work with the international park. And we're open to any suggestions.
I was just going to say, have y'all communicated with the sister city of Austin?
No.
We had one in Australia or something. I'll find out. But I know we have a sister city.
Yeah, I was wondering what our sister city was.
Yeah, that would be fun. That would be interesting.
So that is my park day. Are you coordinating that with, so we can make sure that the other part of the work, I'll make sure that you go over my son. I just want to make sure that.
It's my park day, March 7th, 9 a.m. at Gillis Park. And if that's not a good day for you, April 11th is Keep Austin Beautiful Day. And that's the day we're going to clean the creek, starting at and if you'd like to put your email on these pages, I'll call and remind you. And write down what size t-shirt you want. That's important. Make sure. Okay, we got it. I'll have to move around and start the
All right, thank you.
And you can stay an hour or 2 hours or all day. It's not a,
Anything else? Any questions? Thank you all so much.
but I just wanted to say, since we've had such a big turnout tonight, do you think we could take a couple minutes to do introductions?
Sure, we do have time, and we're not gonna be in 30 minutes.
Maybe at the end.
Let's do it at the end, we can do that again.
At the end of the meeting?
Oh,
yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine, yeah.
You know,
At the end of this,
yeah.
yeah, cool, that's fine.
Yeah. So, when we get to our agenda, it's not very long. So there is no old business anyone wants to bring up. I can't get some future business. But you can please explain more about the my Park and plus about the sign in for the later for the cleanup.
Right. I sent around two, sorry, there are two long pieces of paper. You just need to put your name and email, or if you don't have email, phone number, and I'll contact you. It's my part day. We're working, Julie, and I'm working with the school. So Dawson Elementary, and it's my part day. So that's going to be a kind of a more low-key event that the kids can do. Pick up trash, you know, stuff like that. I wanted them to identify invasive species, but I don't know if we're going to get that far. And then the later one on April 11th, we're actually going to clean the creek. And so that means where we can get in the water, if there's water, hope there is, clean out the trash. And then the city picks up the trash, keep Boston beautiful, we'll come and pick up the trash. And the reason you have to sign up ahead of time is because they have t-shirts. So the first 2,000 volunteers in all of Boston get t-shirts. So that's why you need to sign up early. And once you get there, they'll have material that says, you know, if you drown in 3 inches of water, the city's not responsible. Basically, it's just a waiver. Right? That's the intent.
Can we sign up later or just show up?
You can sign up and say tentative, you know, on the list, so that then I'll send you. Then you can say, oh, I can make sure I can. So, yeah.
Is the city having the free picnic and music fest afterwards
Yes.
for all the volunteers?
There's a free music fest, and you guys checked out one last year. That was fun.
And I won something.
Yeah, what did you win?
I won this weird skinny little backpack.
Yeah.
I've still got it.
You might win a follow-up is in a city park. I don't think they can answer yet. Okay. You know, well, you just got to sign up and then we'll tell you all the information we need. I might can help. Okay. Anyone want to sign this today? I'm not signed it.
What is it?
The health board? Could you pass it around?
The health forum? I think they're talking about that.
Next item on our agenda is issues in our neighborhood. I'm saying issues, and I'll raise issues this
I wanted to say that I was visiting a friend at Mint Urban Establishment Apartments, 3501 South 1st, and they don't get the newsletter, but they would be very happy to get them. I think there are about 60 apartments, but I want to check with management again to make doubly sure.
But we have not gone to apartments, and we can give it out to the apartment manager. Right. Go to apartment doors, that's not.
No.
We haven't done that.
Right.
I mean, that's someone that wants to volunteer to do that, that's fine.
One for the new condos or quarter.
Yeah, we're quarter 8.
And I think.
Order 351 South 1st. The driveway's in the middle with buildings on both sides. That's all I really know. Really steep parking spaces.
Chad, which one were you speaking of?
3501 South 1st. It used to be called The Establishment. Now it's called Mint Urban Establishment. It's got parking spaces that are this steep. Just remodeled.
Wouldn't the email, couldn't your friends go to the email site and read the newsletter on the DNA guide?
Sure, anyone could. But they're open to the street, and they even have clips on the door frames, so they'd be easy to distribute to.
Okay, Peter, go ahead.
We have like a dozen newspapers on we need more newsletter volunteers. So who is the first to stand up and volunteer?
I'm standing.
Okay, so hang on. So in addition to volunteering, then what we also would need is like if you're going to volunteer, you volunteer to go to that location to put out the newsletters. Is that what you're volunteering to do?
That's a good idea. It's not closest to me. I'm actually across the street from you, as you know. But
that doesn't matter, Chad. I'm sorry, Chad. If you're willing to put those newsletters at 3501 South First.
Absolutely.
End up having to get more and have your name added, and then when they are about to be when we get them to our distributors, we will drop off your staff. That's how we do that for that group, and we'll have that as 3501 when we do that.
Okay.
No problem with that. We just never had volunteers to do that at apartments. You're going to go door to door, that is totally fine. If you're going to need 60, yes ma'am.
Approximately.
Yeah, I want to say that
I really
in
need-
the past, we've left, like someone else mentioned earlier, we've left a handful of copies at an office if there is an office, so that if residents and apartments want to come on, they can. But the other issue is if we increase the delivery, it also increases the cost. So we've got a handful of people, businesses who sponsor the newsletter, and they're kind of accustomed to paying a certain amount, so we have to deal with the additional cost as well.
Why don't we check with the managers and just ask them to, kind of post it somewhere rather than doing the paper?
Because we can get them directly to the managers on the different routes. Folks that have apartments in their routes, they can, go the extra step and give it to the managers. Or, if you...
Well, they have clips on every door.
Or,
That's a good idea. No, I actually think it's more effective to take it to their door. I mean, just having someone who's canvassed on a number of political campaigns, if you really want them to come, you're going to take it to their door. So I understand there's labor and cost considerations, and those should be balanced, but I just don't think a manager's going to do it. I mean, I think if the manager does it, it's just not going to be as effective as getting it to their doors.
But there's doorknobs that are around, how are you going to put a square?
You wrap a rubber band around it, you roll it like this, put a rubber band on it, and you put it on the door.
But we're not going to go there. Yes, ma'am.
I don't know if some, like, for example, the tree or any of these other larger complexes, maybe they would consider putting some of the coffee costs for their residents.
This is true.
It's something you could just ask at the building. Say, it's going to be this much, it's not a lot, but it adds to our budget. We don't have an account, we all volunteer, so businesses subsidize this, and we're hoping you can contribute. So it's worth it, if you have a contact in this building, it's worth asking, because then you don't have to worry about the extra cost.
Yeah, but I think Sandy or somebody would have to do that.
Right, whoever that is, but it's just,
But
but if you worry about the cost, that might be a way to offset that extra cost, and they would know exactly how many residents they have.
right, so go ahead, Chad.
Well, pursuant to new business, I had a few quick questions about the newsletter, actually, and I'd like to submit some items. I know there's not time tonight for next meeting's agenda. Should I do that verbally, or would you like me to send agenda items? I'd like to at least state what they are.
Send that to us.
I haven't always gotten a response because y'all are busy.
I think you should send that to us, and then that doesn't mean that everything that you send will get on the agenda, but at least we'll have an opportunity to review that and get with you, let you know what can or cannot, will not go on the agenda. That's what you will do.
Okay. My questions, I guess, Sandy, I heard that we have 12 volunteers to distribute the newsletter.
We have a number, we've been distributing it this year.
A number, 12?
Well, 15, yeah.
12 to 15? Okay. I was curious, how many newsletters are actually being printed right now?
875.
875? How much does that currently cost?
$90.
$90?
And that's on the legal side, front and back.
So we really can thank our sponsors for covering that bill. It's my impression that usually just freestanding houses get the newsletters at this time.
Well, we also drop off businesses all over the perimeter, and like someone mentioned earlier, there's an apartment building that has an office, we drop it off at the office, or a bulletin board, so it's not just single family homes together.
Awesome. I understand there is some concern about distributing at HEB because you have to get on their corporate permission list.
No, we drop it off at HEB.
Last year this was discussed, and they said that they couldn't take neighborhood newsletters because they weren't on their
Okay,
so they actually can now?
Yes.
That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that's been fixed. And you've already talked about needing volunteers, which I was curious about. Do you keep a map of territories, routes for each of the volunteers?
No, routes are what, we have it all divided, it's all divided, so who's goes and delivers throughout our neighborhood.
Okay. If I could have 30 more seconds, let me read the 4 items that I would like added to next meeting's agenda.
And I just said to you earlier that I would like you can send that to us, if you would like to have added, and if we so decide that that's going to be something that will be on our agenda, it will be there. And
My reading it to you doesn't impose upon you to put it on the agenda, but I would like my submission to be read in public because I don't always hear back from you.
You may. You have 10 seconds.
I'd like to vote to have the newsletter distributed a week in advance of meetings, a vote to accept Dawson area non-commercial social event announcements in the newsletter, a vote to have unabridged minutes published online shortly after meetings so we don't have to wait 2 months to get abridged ones, and a vote to have unabridged agenda items published online as they're accepted instead of just being available 24 hours before meetings. Thank you for letting me speak. I surrender the floor.
I'm sorry, well, I know he's going to do it, still let him talk. Let him say what he's got to say.
Okay, so, the thing is, if they're more new business, they don't have to bring up. Right? We're moving on, so that is the last item on our agenda, so we're not going to adjourn yet, we will more than take a few minutes to introduce ourselves as Cam mentioned. So we can do that, the time that we adjourn, and then the next meeting will pick up right afterwards, and that will be the documentation plan contract meeting. So, ma'am.
Mr. Ray's not here, but, when I'm out on the street, I know that I'm working.
Oh, I'm Cynthia Medlin. I live on Wilson Street between Baltimore and Cumberland. And I thought you had to say that they didn't tell you that I live in Florida. Jay here.
My wife and I live in Wilson, family, been here since 2007.
Roll, we live at 3707 Wilson. We've been here 50 years.
I didn't get a sign-in list.
What was that for?
Michael, and your name is?
Just kind of like, different parts of it, different elevators, different all together.
Your name?
It's a little off track. Never mind.
I'm Becky Scheller, live at 209 Fifth Lane.
Victor Davis, 2401 Euclid Avenue.
Marty Harrison, Allen Road.
I'm Marty Trump, I live on Euclid. I'm Claire, I live on Fontana Drive.
And I'm Roseanne, I live on Euclid.
I'm Kathy Bixley, I live on Old Park, right below the house next door to HEB.
Greg Anderson, 500 West, and wife.
Small. that live on Altor, First and Durwood and Wilson.
Hi everyone, I'm Lamar Rivera, I live on Frederick Street.
Hello, my name is Marco Garcia, I live on Durwood. I just moved here 2 months ago. I lived many years up off of North Lamar, if I remember it. I active member with NACA for the Philippine program, 6 years. I'm also on the contact team for a short member. So I just moved in the neighborhood and just want to get involved.
I'm Chuck Wembrow, lived at 2420 Wilson Street for 12 years so far.
I'm Rick Ray. I have 2 homes that on Dunlap, one's my boy's home and one's my grandmother's, 209 and 211 Dunlap, and I've rented those.
I'm Cam Hager and I live on Brentwood. I've been here, I think it's almost 21 years now.
John Martalis, 2400 Wilson Street, corner Wilson and Ellsworth. I've been here since '96.
Curtis Boddy, live at Wilson and Fort Magruder.
Lance Kaufman and Wilson, close to the Cumberland intersection. My wife and I have been here for close to 9 years.
I'm Chad Vanderlinden. I live at 3811 Wadford, and I've been here 10 years.
Sonia Hunter, Watford.
Donna Knapp, 205 Vista, and I've been here 31 years.
And I live at 201 Vista.
I'm Gordon Davis, and I live on Sacramento Drive, and I live here for 14 years.
I'm Erin King, and I also live on Sacramento Drive, but I'm new. We've only been in Austin for 2 years, and in this neighborhood for since June, I think.
It's interesting, we're only 1 block long.
Couple doors. Look around like that.
And I'm Kate McMillan, I live on 4401 Peter here.
And I'm Myron Smith, and I live on Brooks Lane. And this is such a large week here, and I want you all to know that by being here now, you need to stay for our second meeting. If you want to be a voting member of our plan contact team, you need to stay for the second meeting in order to be able to vote. Okay? Just want to, at the next meeting, we're not going to vote there, I want you to understand. The next thing you have to stay around for that next meeting. You can't just leave now and say that you attended the meeting. If you have not attended the Dawson contact plan team meeting, which follows this meeting. Understood? Okay.
Is that on here anywhere?
Is that on there?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah?
It says adjourn, and then next meeting.
Oh.
See adjourn, new meeting.
What the next meeting's about.
We can swap that.
Okay, so
What is this is the association meeting, and the following meeting is the planning contact team where we deal with planning issues, like, somebody wants to amend the neighborhood plan. We have a neighborhood plan, which many areas citywide have neighborhood plans. So if you think about amending the neighborhood plan, zoning issues, that kind of stuff. And the other thing is, not just attending, but there's a signage sheet over there. If you're a current member, there's a signage sheet, current member. And if you're a new member or haven't attended in about 3 years, sign in on the new member. But that's the only record we have that you attended the meeting is by a signage.
okay, so thank you for attending and coming. So we're now adjourning the Dawson Association meeting at 7:15.
7:20.
Y'all need more chairs?